A billionaire wants to dive to the Titanic. The US government is trying to stop him.
This is the story of a legal battle that could change history forever.
The Titanic has rested 12,500 feet beneath the North Atlantic for over 113 years. Bacteria are consuming the Titanic wreck faster than scientists ever predicted.
In 2024, the iconic Titanic bow railing collapsed after standing for over a century.
Scientists warn the Titanic wreck could completely disintegrate within 20 to 30 years. An American billionaire has one extraordinary plan for 2026.
He plans to descend directly to the Titanic wreck site in a privately built submersible. The billionaire wants to witness the Titanic with his own eyes before it vanishes forever. OceanGate used an experimental carbon fiber hull that the Titanic depth pressure crushed instantly.
The billionaire says his submersible uses military-grade titanium that OceanGate never had. Before the billionaire could finalize his plans, the United States government stepped in to stop him.
Federal authorities formally moved to block the 2026 Titanic expedition under existing maritime law.
In 1986, the U.S. Congress passed the RMS Titanic Maritime Memorial Act to protect the wreck.
The law strictly prohibits any unauthorized access to the Titanic wreck without federal approval.
The U.S. also signed an international treaty with the UK, France, and Canada protecting the Titanic site.
The government argues the Titanic is not a tourist destination. It is a grave for 1,500 people.
The remains of over 1,500 Titanic victims were never recovered from the wreck site.
Descendants of Titanic victims have formally demanded the government block the 2026 expedition.
The 2026 Titanic expedition debate has now reached the floor of the U.S. Congress.
Only one company holds legal salvage rights to the Titanic. That company has operated since 1987. That company has already removed over 5,500 artifacts from the Titanic wreck site.
Diving without federal approval could mean criminal prosecution under U.S. maritime law. The billionaire's legal team argues no single government can claim authority over international waters. The billionaire has publicly refused to back down and insists the 2026 expedition will move forward.
The U.S. government says the 1986 law gives them full authority over any Titanic expedition worldwide.
In 2025, scientists completed the most detailed digital scan of the Titanic ever made. The scan revealed the Titanic broke apart far more violently than anyone previously understood.
Some scientists now say physical dives to the Titanic are no longer scientifically necessary.
The billionaire says no digital scan can replace seeing the Titanic with human eyes.
Every year, the Titanic becomes less recognizable. Time is running out for anyone who wants to see it. In 2024, explorers discovered a bronze statue lost inside the Titanic since 1912.
Researchers believe thousands of Titanic artifacts still remain undiscovered across the ocean floor.
The American public is sharply divided on whether the 2026 Titanic expedition should be allowed.
Exploration supporters say blocking this expedition sets a dangerous precedent against historical discovery. Preservationists say every visit to the Titanic risks disturbing human remains still inside the wreck. Critics ask if allowing billionaires to visit the Titanic turns a mass grave into a playground. Scientists say Titanic expeditions still produce irreplaceable data on deep-sea ecosystems. For the families of Titanic victims, no scientific argument matters. Their loved ones are buried there.
A 2025 scan found an open steam valve, proving Titanic crew stayed at their posts until the end. While the Titanic bow stands, the stern shattered completely when it struck the ocean floor. The personal belongings of over 2,200 passengers and crew are scattered across the ocean floor.
No final legal decision has been made. The 2026 Titanic expedition remains in legal limbo.
The entire world is watching to see what the U.S. government decides about the 2026 Titanic expedition.
What happens in 2026 will set the global standard for underwater heritage sites for decades.
Who is right? The billionaire witnessing history, or the government protecting a grave? The Titanic was the largest moving object ever built by human hands.
1,500 real human beings with families and futures the Titanic took from them.
The Titanic remains the most studied and most written about maritime disaster in human history.
When does a shipwreck become a grave? And when does a grave become history?
The billionaire has made his position clear. The 2026 Titanic expedition will happen.
The U.S. government is equally clear. Unauthorized access to the Titanic will be prosecuted.
While lawyers argue in courtrooms, the Titanic continues to disappear on the ocean floor.
Does the Titanic belong to history? Or does it belong to the dead?
The Titanic has sent the same message for 113 years. Human ambition always has a cost.
The world will find out in 2026 whether a billionaire or the U.S. government controls the Titanic.
Deep inside the Titanic wreck, there are sealed rooms no human has ever entered.
The Titanic is not finished making history, and neither are we.